going on? I'm here to give my prediction for this weekend's fight between Oscar Valdez and Emmanuel Navarrate, which should be a barn-burner fight at 130 pounds. Oscar Valdez, his last fight was from a guy named Adam Lopez. He beat him in a unanimous decision. And then before that, he fought Shakur Stevenson and lost. 12th round decision. Good fight he gave Shakur. I'm pretty sure Shakur learned a lot in that fight. Oscar Valdez has always been a pretty good fighter to me, man. He's usually a scrappy fighter, but he fought much different against Miguel Perchelt. To my surprise, I also predicted that fight, and I said that Oscar Valdez had the skill set over Burchett, and he would knock out Burchett. And that's exactly what he did, and I won money off that fight. Shout out to Oscar Valdez for that one, man. Oh, man. But Oscar Valdez is to me, he's underrated. Very good fighter. Decent footwork. He's one of them fighters that I say he could swap up his style. He's not just a come forward dude. He can box you. He can counter. Pretty good chin. Solid fighter all around, Oscar Valdez, man. So we got Oscar Valdez. His record stands at 31 wins, 1 loss, 23 wins by way of knockout. So Oscar Valdez is dealing with some pretty serious power. A 71% KO ratio. He's 32 years old, 5'5.5". 5 foot 5 inches and a half inches in height. He has a 66-inch arm reach, okay? So now we're going into Emmanuel Navarrate, another scrappy fighter. Sometimes it can seem a little unorthodox. Lately, he hasn't really been looking too good. He's been real sloppy lately in his last few fights. Good power, very good power. His record's at 37 wins, 1 loss, just like Oscar Valdez. Both have 1 loss on their record. And he has 31 wins by knockout. So Emmanuel Navarrete is 81% knockout ratio, man. So he's dealing with. He has some real punch. He has a real punch. All right. So he is the WBO super featherweight champion. So this is a title fight right here. All right. So this should be really interesting. Can't wait to see this fight. Emmanuel Navarrete is 28 years old. It's funny though, because he looks much older than Oscar Valdez. Especially, I was like, he look old though. He thought he was in his 30s. Both Mexican fighters. He stands at 5'7" in height with a 72-inch arm reach. So Emmanuel Navarrete has the height and reach advantage and the power advantage over Oscar Valdez. Speed, I would have to get that to Oscar Valdez. Overall skill set, I have to give that to Oscar Valdez. He has the better defense, better footwork, better counter punching ability. It's just pretty much Emmanuel Navarrete just punches harder than him. That's pretty much all I really give Emmanuel Navarrete, man. In this fight, this is the Mexican style. So you are going to see some spurts in this fight where these dudes are going to bang it out, but Oscar Valdez has shown in his recent fights that he can move around. So you're probably going to see him moving around, and it's similar to what he's doing to Miguel Burchett. You'll probably see that. I got Oscar Valdez frustrating Emmanuel Navarrete. I don't see any knockdowns because I think Oscar Valdez can evade most of the power punches from Emmanuel Navarrete. He's going to get hit. This is boxing. And I think he'll take his power pretty good. Pretty sure Navarrete can take his power. Navarrete's been knocked down before as well in his last fight. So he can be hurt and he can be knocked down. All right, so this should be a really interesting fight. But I got to go with Oscar Valdez by decision on this fight, man. I think he's just, to me, he's just a little too crafty. These dudes both been active, so it's not like these dudes have been seriously inactive. Uh, Last fight for Navarrate was this year, February, against Liam Wilson, which I just talked about. Oscar Valdez, his last fight was also in 2023. It was May, so he fought not too long ago. Okay, so he's a little bit more fresh, just a little bit more fresh than Emmanuel Navarrete, man. So these dudes are both going in there, no rust, ready to go and bang it out. You're going to see, like I said, parts of this fight where um, Oscar Valdez counterpunch is going to come into display. Navarrate's longer reach will touch Valdez, but I think Valdez is count. He goes to counter him all night, man. I can see this fight being probably unanimous, man. I think Oscar Valdez is gonna outbox him to the win. 12th round decision, Oscar Valdez. Let me know what y'all think. This your boy Rebel Life Boxing. I'll catch y'all later on the next one, and I'm out.